Hello, day 46 of the Lockdown Wildlife Diaries, and today I want to talk to you about the best way of seeing our wildlife here in Thanet. Now there's three ways really. The first way is the way I like to do, is just get out there and see what happens. The second way is to go specifically looking for something. And the third way is probably the best way, is to get someone to show you. And there's a guy in Ramsgate who does probably the best wildlife tours around here, and I'll talk about him at the end. Now, trying to find wildlife in order just to look at it or to take a picture takes a lot of skill, and it's something called fieldcraft, and it's something that takes a lot of practice. And I always absolutely admire wildlife cameramen. Not only are they cameramen, skilled cameramen who know how to use a camera properly and take amazing pictures, they're also naturalists. They also need to know loads about their subject. So a wildlife cameraman is a very clever person. All animals have what's known as a circle of fear. Humans have been hunting our wildlife for millennia, so they're rightfully scared of us. And all different animals will have a different circle of fear, and that circle of fear is something you must pay attention to. The feeling you get from a close encounter with wildlife when you haven't disturbed it is absolutely brilliant. When you walk away from that subject and it's still there, not even knowing you was there, it's the best. So fieldcraft is great, and you need to know what kind of tracks and signs you're looking for. You're listening out for bird calls. When you see something, you're seeing how it flies, how it moves, the shape of it, where it is, what time of year it is, and it's all those things that are going to help you to identify what that is. And it's if you really want to get into fieldcraft, people will wear camouflage, and it's quite important to keep yourself low. And I haven't got my chief now, but if I'm getting close to something, I'll often cover my face with my scarf, a bit like the old mask we're wearing now. And because the white face is the thing that kind of says to an animal, watch out human. They see our face, and an animal knows when you're looking at it. And some animals, like a peregrine for example, I believe it can see a mouse from a mile away. Think about that. So approaching our wildlife does take a lot of skill, but it's very satisfying. And keeping low to the ground and wearing quiet clothes is great. And whenever you're looking at wildlife, being at the same level as the wildlife is the best way to watch it as well. So get out there and practice your fieldcraft, and look it up online and pay close attention and have the utmost respect for whatever you're looking for. And I'm still today, I just go out and see what happens, and personally that works for me. I'm not going out looking for something specific, and it takes a lot of time. You need to spend hours and hours out there to see what happens, and I like to just get lost and see what turns up, and that's how I do my wildlife spotting. Now, as I said, probably the best way to see the wildlife is this guy I'm going to talk about now. His name's Keith, and he's on Twitter as Ramsgate Birds, and here's his details. Keith has been doing wildlife tours for a while, and the reason he's doing his wildlife tours is to share the joy of wildlife. And it's so important, and that's why I do what I do here. It's so important to share that love and to spark people's interest and to let them know how special our wildlife is. And it's sharing our encounters that's really brilliant, and that's the main reason Keith's doing these tours. So when this is all over, promise to yourself you're going to go out there and go on a tour with Keith and see some brilliant wildlife, because honestly it is the best way. The stuff Keith sees is out of this world. He spends many days and hours looking for our wildlife, and he knows it better than most. And if there's anyone around who's going to show you it, it's him. So get in touch with him, and even if it's for someone's birthday or a gift, book yourself up that day trip out. You will not regret it. It's absolutely brilliant, and let's hope the sooner we get out this lockdown, the sooner we can enjoy, because this is the best time of year for wildlife spotting, spring. So check Keith out and get yourself on a wildlife tour, and you'll see some brilliant stuff, I promise you. Thanks for watching.